We want to get straight to that breaking news this morning out of Beaverton. Firefighters battling a townhome fire right now.
And this is happening along Jaden Drive, just off of TV Highway. And that's where our Brent Weisberg is live right now. Brent, good morning.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Well, good morning. We are actually on scene right now of this fire. 3 people have been taken to a local hospital. We are waiting on a press briefing set to begin here any moment with Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue. This fire was reported around 5 o'clock, just after 5 o'clock this morning. Investigators still don't know what caused this fire, but they are right now in the preliminary investigative stages right now. We do know that firefighters will remain here likely for some time. I want to bring in the public information officer for Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue. Can you kind of get us up to speed a little bit about what has happened and what your crews are doing right now, and what about the patients who are inside this home?
You bet. So a family of 3 has been affected by this 2-alarm fire, and we do know that we have a mother and a father and a son that are all at area hospitals right now. Our crews performed a rescue operation immediately and got the mother and the father and a 12-year-old son out of the condominium. And the CPR was performed on all 3 of those individuals, and again, they were transported by Metro West ambulance to local hospitals.
Can you explain a little bit more about their injuries? You said CPR was performed. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
So I don't have a lot of information on the extent of their injuries at this time, but there was an extensive amount of smoke in the home, a lot of fire that firefighters encountered when they first entered the home. So, you know, again, they're likely being treated for smoke inhalation and injuries resulting from the fire.
What were the conditions firefighters arrived to when they got here?
The structure was fully involved when firefighters first arrived, so there was fire extending up into the 2nd and 3rd story of the condominium, and a lot of smoke and a lot of activity.
Can you tell us exactly what happened?
We don't know exactly what happened at this time. There is a fire investigator on scene. When calls to 911 came in, there was already an extensive amount of fire before 5 a.m. So rescue operations was our immediate concern arriving on scene, and they extinguished the fire after they were able to rescue the 3 trapped victims.
What type of resources are out here?
Deputies or the firefighters?
There were firefighters that performed those rescues.
Okay. And also, can you give us any information? We heard that those people were upstairs screaming and that the fire started probably in the garage. Can you give us any information on that?
I don't have confirmation on the origin of the fire, but I do know that there were a lot of people that were screaming for help. There was, and those could have been nearby residents, but it was definitely a chaotic environment when firefighters first arrived.
And again, 3 people rescued. Do you know anything about their ages, their sexes, anything?
I know it was a mother and a father and a 12-year-old son that were rescued from this fire, and CPR was performed on scene before they were transported to area hospitals. On all 3.
What type of resources are out here, and what's happening right now that the fire is under control?
So we do have a 2nd alarm complement of resources, which is about 12 different fire units on scene. Metro West ambulance assisted on this scene, as did law enforcement from Washington County. We have additional units from Hillsborough here helping us. Right now we're just making sure there aren't any hot spots and cleaning up the scene of the fire.
Thank you very much for your time. As you can see, that this fire investigation is still underway right now. 3 people have been transported to the hospital. You heard that firefighters had to perform this rescue, and they were doing CPR on at least one of the victims. It sounds like it was a mother, father, and a child who was inside this townhome here in Beaverton when this fire broke out just after 5 o'clock. We're going to stay here, talk with the firefighters some more, talk with neighbors to see what they saw. We, of course, will keep you posted. Reporting live in Beaverton, I'm Brent Weisberg, KOIN 6 News.
All right, Brent, thank you very much for that live report there in Beaverton. And we, of course, are working to get updates on those patients' conditions throughout the morning for you, and hope to have it before the end of our newscast at 7 o'clock. And as that new information comes in, we'll get it straight to you.